Okay, in this video I am installing the center console. I had to make some repairs to the console on the side, so I had to do a little bit of putting things together on it, putting it all together before I put it in the car. It was missing some parts and it was cracked, so it took a little bit of repair work to where I could install the lid and get it all put together. Okay, the first thing I just need to do is to install the hinge on the console lid. Okay, once you've got the hinge attached to the lid, you just attach it to the console itself. Because I had to do some repair work on the console and drill new holes for the lid, it took a little bit of time to get the screws positioned in the holes where the lid fit on perfectly straight like I wanted. So it took me a little bit of time playing around with positioning the screws in the new holes I drilled to finish getting the lid put on. Okay, once I've got the lid on, then I can put the front plate, I'll call it, on the console, which is where the shifter comes up through. And this is just a matter of aligning this on the front of the console, and then it attaches with two screws right underneath the front of the lid. Okay, I did have to order a new lens for the light at the back of the console. The lens was old and cracked, and original lens was old and cracked, and so I just had to order a new lens. And this slides into place and attaches with 3 screws, one on each side and one in the middle. It does take a little bit of time to get the screws aligned with the holes for the light, but once you've got the light, the lens attached, then what I did was I had to order a new ashtray for the back of the console. The ashtray comes in 2 parts. One is the main body of the ashtray that attaches to the back of the console with 2 screws, and you can see me attaching that here. And then the other part is the lid with the tray itself that you just put into place, hold a clip down, and it just kind of snaps into place. But the first thing is to put these screws in to get the main body of the ashtray installed. Okay, and here you can see I just put the lid with the tray itself in, and it just snaps into place, and then everything is installed on the console itself. The next step is in the car on the shifter mechanism. There is a plate that fits down with the what they call the jewel, and it's the clear plastic, colored plastic that's got the PDR12, and that goes underneath the console itself, so you have to put that in first before you put the console in. Okay, but once you've got that plate installed, then you can go ahead and position the console itself. It's a little tricky. I probably should have put the console in before I put the seats in, but I didn't, so it was a little tricky getting the console between the seats positioned where it's supposed to be. Once you've got the console installed, the seat belts fit in a couple of slots on each side of the console, and once you've got that done, the console itself is installed. The next thing that I'm doing is putting my shifter handle on. Putting the shifter handle on is really pretty easy. You just have to kind of pinch together the mechanism that the handle slides onto, and you just slide the handle down. Then it's got a little set screw that you tighten up, and that holds it in place. And once I've got the handle on the shifter, then everything is done. Just the last step is just to tighten up that little set screw once you get the handle in position. And once you get that tightened up, the handle is on, secured, and you are done with the installation.